Hey guys, this is Kasim from Game Previews, and today we're going to look at whether Pokemon Go is in fact an Ingress skin. So to preface this video, I just want to say that even if Pokemon Go is an Ingress skin to begin with, the game will be just fine for me personally. However, I also think given Niantic's track record with updating Ingress, that the initial release of Pokemon Go will look a little bit different 1 year after release. Alright, so on with the video. So starting off with teams. In Ingress, you have two teams which are considered factions. Your job as the player is to choose sides to begin with. So essentially, Ingress is predominantly a team-based game. On the flip side, we recently learned that Pokemon Go will also be basing its core battling system around teams, which means in Pokemon Go, you will be given the choice of 3 teams and must pick one. Ingress itself has an overarching story, and more specifically has backstories for the 2 factions you choose. I wouldn't be surprised if this was also the case for Pokemon Go. Let's not forget, Ingress has a community event, and after watching the initial Pokemon Go trailer with Mewtwo's battle scene, it looks like Pokemon Go won't be an exception. So for the interface, similarities are given here since they are both relying on maps, but what is even more important is the points of interest on the maps themselves. On Ingress, portals are usually monuments, sculptures, unique architecture, or publicly accessible art. When speaking about Pokestops for Pokemon Go, Niantic has said something similar when they said eggs and other special items such as Pokeballs can be acquired at Pokestops, located at interesting places such as public art installations, historical markers, museums, and monuments. I wouldn't be surprised if the portals and the Pokestops were in similar or even the same locations for each game. So in Ingress, portals are meant to be captured and defended by teams. This can be contrasted by gyms, which are also places where teams have to compete over ownership and prestige. So from this, we can see that portals have a similar function to gyms and may have a similar location to Pokestops. In order to capture portals in Ingress, you have to deploy resonators. Portals must be neutral or captured by your factions, and portals need to have a free slot for resonators. Since we're assuming gyms are like portals, the Pokemon you catch are essentially the resonators that defend your gyms. In fact, Niantic pretty much reiterated the mechanics of resonators for Pokemon Go when they said at a certain point in the game, you'll be asked to join one of the 3 teams. Once you join a team, you'll have the ability to assign Pokemon you've caught to empty gym locations or to a location where a team member has placed one of his or her Pokemon. So this sounds a lot similar to Ingress. Then there's a similarity with the XMs and the crystals. So in Ingress, exotic matter or XM is what allows players to do certain actions. XM allows us to construct items through hacking portals, to attack enemy portals, make links, and create fields. I feel crystals will play a similar role in Pokemon Go. We know that the part of Pokemon Go will be collecting crystals themselves, and I feel that it will serve similar functions like XM. So this next comparison is mostly opinion based because there is still very little info on it, but here it goes. So we're talking about leveling here. In Ingress, you level up by acquiring AP or action points. This happens when you help your team maintain control of portals, if you deploy resonators or other things. In Pokemon Go, there is a mysterious acronym called CP. I feel that CP is the leveling system for the Pokemon, and the XP is for the player. So when you catch a Pokemon or deploy it to a gym, you may get XP, and when you successfully defend it, the Pokemon gets CP. In Ingress, AP allows you to carry more XM and allows you to recharge range to get higher. In Pokemon Go, higher CP might allow Pokemon to hold more crystals and may increase their HP. This would be the equivalent of upgrading your resonators to make your portals harder to capture. In Ingress, there is no such thing as attacking an individual. It is all about capturing a portal with your team and defending it. Pokemon Go seems to be following the same route. If there were to be PvP battling, I'm sure Niantic would have said something by now. So from this, you can see that Pokemon Go does have many similarities with Ingress, with a few exceptions. However, I feel that Pokemon Go with an Ingress mechanic is not the end of the world. Niantic is known for updating their video games and making them better with each update. So I just made this comparison to not show that the similarities are pretty much all there, but the fact I just wanted to show that Ingress type game for Pokemon may not be such a bad thing. Anyways guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, thanks. Bye.